Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I am your Game Master Tom, and this is adventure number 9. And me and the lads are here ready to do some exciting adventure and pick up where we left off, which was a short little battle inside a tiny little cave with just a few little buggy wuggies. And I think there was a lot of bloodshed, and we have someone still dying at this very moment, which we will be leaping into in just a moment. That actually would be Yannick the Paladin, and as Chris put it, should I have showed up here to begin with at all whatsoever? We shall soon find out. Poisoned while you're dying is a bad combo. We'll see what happens. Thanks so much for joining us. We are coming to you live, twitch.tv/IngloriousBards, as well as our YouTube channel. You can check out that, plus the podcast platforms at ingloriousbards.com. If you're joining us now, you can check in with our earlier episodes this season, or you can catch up every 5 episodes. We do a quick recap of bringing everyone up to speed, so you can just jump in every 5 episodes as well and join us on the adventures. Without further ado, let's get a recap of what happened last time from Jeremy.
So Tom beat me to it. That was basically the recap. We went into the mines, again, searching out for the second projection stones that we were told were in here. Denner sent us down, would not come with us. And as we ventured in, we found not only a couple of minecarts and a couple of MacGuffins of stones that may have been there but weren't actually in the wall. But we found that there was, a whole bunch of monsters. Giant silverfish, huge scorpions.
Buggy wuggies.
Lots of buggy wuggies who are just not in the idea of us being in their home. So they fought us off a lot. And we ventured throughout the entire cave trying to find out where these stones were. Yannick was screaming for help, desperate to get them. Dash followed up with him, was able to move some of the rocks around and absolutely grab one of the stones, which was enough, because we only needed 6. We needed that one more. But Yannick was, again, determined to have that second stone for his own protection, for the Temple of Carahel, as well as for everyone else in Tabernary. So we ventured on. We continued through. Dash dropped. Hemlock dropped. And Aguirre and Jericho brought them back up, kept us going. And at the very, very end, as Aguirre is running out of spells and calling for the retreat as we're all trying to escape, Yannick drops again, gets spilled into the minecart that we were using, and Jericho and Dash managed to pull the second stone. They didn't tell anyone about it because we're all just trying to escape the room. So with the second stone in hand, Jericho and Dash have to decide whether or not they want to let the whole party know. And that's where we left off. So from there, let the adventure begin.
The heroes are being chased by bugs swarming from all directions. The heroes run through the cavern, pushing and pulling minecarts with possibly dead champions inside as they race towards a small exit entrance, which was a big metal door they came through. There's mining carts that go right through it. You push Yannick and his cart through it. You all race through it. The bugs come chasing and you slam the door closed. The cart comes to a little screeching stop. And Yannick, what dying level are you at right now?
2.
2. Go ahead and make a dying roll. And before you do, if for some reason it's mathematically possible for you to roll a natural 1, that would take you to dying 4, and then take damage and then immediately die if you failed your saving throw for that.
Thank you for clarifying. I personally am well aware of that.
All right. What is the number you're looking for this
pleasure.
flat dying roll?
12.
12 or higher. Flat. No modifiers.
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're now dying 1. You now are dealing with a poison. Make a fortitude save against the cave scorpion. No, we had a priest was saying something ahead of time.
Yes, I can actually assist with the poison.
Okay, that is a medicine check
A
against...
knife is drawn, but quickly put away.
That's a medicine versus a 17 target number.
Okay. That is a 24.
Okay, so you gain a +2 against your save,
Okay.
which is also a 17. Fortitude 17, you have to add 2 more.
Okay. That gives me a +10, and I just rolled an 18, giving me a total of 28.
28, and you are cleansed of the poison.
That's a critical.
Yep,
Nice.
Yep.
totally cleansed of the poison. However, you are still dying.
Somebody suck the venom out for me.
Someone other than the priest want to do anything?
I think we're in different cards.
We're in different card. Yeah.
We're in
The
a-
lines
no,
are drawn.
I'm in the wrong card. I can't help. I'm so sorry.
But
No!
just for clarification, are we still in carts moving at this
Yeah,
time?
the carts have they come to an end. They have like some sort of Temple of Doom come to an end, kind of little bumper thing, and Yannick stops, then your cart slowly bumps up against his.
As in, would Jericho in the cart, who had been up to this point in the cart behind, be in any position to assist?
Sure. What do you want to do?
Well, I also am trained in medicine and would seek to help him out in any way that I could. I
Okay.
do have a medicine pack that I am trained in the use of.
We are over here. That would be...
While you're preparing that, I'm casting a spell behind you in case something goes wrong.
Sure. Wow.
I also have a healing potion ready.
Oh, well, all of those could be better than what I'm doing.
You can do a stabilize.
That's what I want to do. Stabilize my friend.
All right. So stabilize, it's equal to 5 plus the 15 plus his dying value. So 16. So 16 is your target number.
I got a 13.
Okay. You have not.
All right.
Let's go with Yannick. Make a dying roll, please.
Trying to help.
Continues to bleed at the bottom of this cart.
That would be a 3. So I will advance to dying 2.
Agreed.
I can.
Hemlock will.
I will
You
cast
got it.
first because
Okay.
I'm quicker.
You're also in that card.
But I'm also just stabilizing. This is a cantrip. Oh, great Carol. With all your knowledge and wisdom, keep my friend from dying. I beg you.
You're casting Stabilize.
Stabilize.
All right. Life energy shuts death's door. The target loses the dying condition. Remains at 0 hit points, but is no longer
I
die.
will pour a minor elixir of life into your mouth.
He immediately chokes to death.
Yes. Let's hope so. And you get 4 hit points.
Yay!
All right. What is your wounded level now?
2.
2.
Yeah.
It's a good wounded level to be at. I'm saying that from experience.
You're in a good company.
Yeah.
We have
Wounded
3
people around.
characters in the party who have a wounded condition of at least 1. Just an
Stone. The 7th stone.
That's the first thing coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
He's laying in a minecart of his own blood on his back.
You're delirious. Whack, whack.
Green
How
foam
many hit
coming
points
out
is
from the
that?
poison.
Yeah, 4.
And dying 3.
Well, Dash takes the minor elixir of life that he had in his hand, puts it back into his mouth. Let's save that for later.
In the midst of all this, I'm going to cast a message spell
Okay.
and surreptitiously pass a message on to my friend Dash.
I thought you were going to do in the voice of Carahel. I'll have you next time, Yannick. All right, you're casting a message spell, and what are you whispering messagely, magically?
To my friend Dash, I'm going to say, Dash, I'm not sure if we should tell them all about that second stone. I'm kind of worried that this thing's being used to suck a demon out of that glowy ball that we saw, that no one's really taken that threat seriously. What do you think we should do with the second stone? And the spell does give you the ability to respond in kind.
With a brief response.
I'm
That's
gonna
it.
keep it.
And there's a hard swallow. At least for 3 days.
Do we need to take him to a vet?
And I'm gonna recast my cantrip and go, you got one, I got one. What should we do with that extra?
You keep yours hidden.
All right.
All right, boys. I'm so glad we got out of there safe and sound. Yannick, good to see you up and moving about.
Where? Thank you. Where the stone? The seventh stone. Where's the last stone?
Wow, where it is?
And Yannick will take that stone.
And where's the sixth stone?
That would be the sixth stone.
Okay.
The other one is
Oh, actually, no. You producing that would be the seventh stone.
the sixth.
Six. You would grab it.
So who has the two stones?
So,
So here's the
Jericho.
seventh stone.
Jericho's got one, and Yannick's got one that he knew that Dash had.
Okay.
So Dash gave
What
him-
happened to the seventh stone?
We couldn't get it.
We have to go back.
A lot of those blue places there was nothing in them.
He said we couldn't get it. We have to go back.
Man, we're not
We
going
have
back.
no option. Those things are too
You are
dangerous.
barely alive.
I understand we can rest overnight and then maybe sneak in and get the last one, but that cannot be left behind.
Did we see any more blue places? Blue glowy spots?
There's
that
a
we didn't try?
seventh stone in there. We have to find it.
Not
It
to
is.
cast aspersions here, but I distinctly recall as we were racing out of the cavern hearing somebody shout out, "We got it!"
He says, casting the spell dispersions.
We did. We heard that we needed to leave. We got it. We got it. We gotta go.
You guys almost. We saw the cart go by. We had to leave. I really think you were going to leave without us.
We'll have to rest through the night and then go back and
Rest
see if
here?
we can get the last stone outside, up above. But we will have to go back in. We have no choice. The stones are too dangerous to leave behind. Think through. If we leave them, there's enough parties already seeking them that they will be found and discovered.
But
We are not the only ones looking.
how do you know that? I think we're the only ones looking for these. There's no one else that's trying to find these. Even the wagon that was attacked, they left the stones. No one's trying to find them, so we could rest, take these stones back, get it done, and then come back with the seventh one without having to worry about Meryl or Tavernry or anyone else looking down our throats. We can get it at our own time.
The wizard Fisker was looking for the stones.
He's dead. I grabbed his stuff.
Yes, but
I don't think he's looking for him.
not anymore. But he is a wizard that was looking for it. You have Denny, the mercenary mine commander who was seeking fame and fortune through the stones. To think he hasn't told people.
What if there's more than just the 7? What if that's all they found? What if there's like 5 or 6 or 12 more down
All
here
the more
somewhere?
reason why we have to go and find out.
Are we becoming miners now? We can stay here for years, digging up all of them here?
As you have clearly and have expressed vociferously that these are extremely dangerous and that we have to be extremely careful.
I'm the cleric of knowledge, and I'm like, I haven't achieved that level yet.
All in favor of going back into the mine after another stone, raise your hand.
Oh, that scares the poopy pee out of me.
I will have to sneak in by myself then.
Well, you didn't even raise your hand. You're not even. in favor of
Yannick
it.
is going. I will have to go and look after Yannick. So if this is a legitimate vote as to whether or not to go back, I'm with Yannick then.
Well, let's at least rest.
Yeah,
That
can we talk about
absolutely
it in
has
the
to
morning
happen,
after
yes.
you're not vomiting up your
He's
own
serious
bile
now. He's
anymore?
taking off his coat.
We must rest and we must heal so we can go back in and take care of this.
It might be worth talking to the miner guy if there might be even more down here.
We shall have to find out.
Yeah, that'd be super
Are we
useful.
out front of the mine? In the mine?
You've left
down
the
at
mine
bottom?
and closed the steel door. There was a steel door
Big
with the torch that was burning forever in front of it that you grabbed.
Geary just simply starts preparing away a camp for resting outside.
You can hear there's screeching and clawing and
This may
banging
not be
on
the
the
best
door.
place for that.
This
I say
might-
we
this-
retreat through the
can we
room
go
of
up-
shit, go back up the...
Yeah, the uppy thing, the up downer.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought we were up top. Okay.
Yeah.
If we go up top, perhaps the creatures will go about to their burrows and we will have some time when we come back before we are attacked again.
Oh, and we can talk to Denny. Or what-
Yes, as
the
necessary.
miner guy.
There's no toilet paper in here. Gary walks out of the room.
So it's ending all major conversations now.
Gary, I do have a spell that can help with that.
Light?
Mage hand.
Prestidigitation and Mage Hand.
It's called message.
Shock?
What you doing?
We are going to rest.
We're going up and down?
Upstairs.
Yeah, we're going to go
All right, you
upstairs.
guys head out the way you came. Take the rickety lift, which I believe someone repaired.
Poured water on it.
Nice.
You are handy. Has anyone
And-
told you that?
Sometimes.
You guys are up top, and you approach that main living quarters area the miners had set up, where Denner and Merrill await you. Denner, the miner, gets up and puts down a mug and says, "Oh, you lived!
Barely.
Did you find anything?"
We are going to have to go back down again.
Oh,
We have not been
don't
able
worry
to
about
get
it. It's
what we needed.
dangerous. It's dangerous.
It is. It is extremely dangerous. And it is unfortunate, but we will have to go back down again.
Looks like you need some rest.
Yes. We will rest here for the night and then go back down.
I'll get some food going for you.
Thank you. You're very kind.
And he starts putting together some horrible rations as best he can.
Yeah. And Yannick will start the process of laying on hands through to get everybody healed up.
All right.
That-
Meryl comes over to you, Dash, and says, "You find any stones at all?"
I'm not holding any extra stones,
Oh.
but our bard might hold on to something for me that you may be interested in a little later.
He has a stone.
If you have my gold,
He says, "I do."
we can discuss that perhaps after dinner.
He nods and winks uncomfortably.
Hemlock already suspicious of these two talking.
Uh-huh.
Like, doesn't hear anything because I'm assuming they're out of earshot, but is taking note of.
Make a perception roll. You pass.
Thank you.
Meryl departs.
I'd like to go over to Yannick, who's now the keeper of the stone. having had that initial experience with touching the stone and that vision, I'd like to touch the stone again. I want to see if there is any other information I can glean from any power, because this is a different stone, right? So
Mhm.
I'm assuming it's a shard of the one that was shattered, but I don't know if there's a chance that it could impart some additional understanding of what was happening.
All right. You touch the stone and you get just the briefest glimmer of a scene you have already experienced, and that is someone holding up a larger stone and then it flashes away. Actually, you holding it from your point of view, your POV.
Oh, interesting.
Point of clarity. Did Galen clearly share that vision with the
Yes.
group?
Ooh, quiet time. I don't like quiet
Let's,
time.
as like we're all getting healed and whatnot, can we do some identification?
Oh, I got a bunch of cool stuff. I was wondering if any of you guys who are able and willing want to help me figure out what these items are that we found down there.
There's nothing
What do you
better
have?
to do.
Oh, I know you love this. I know
Very curious.
Gary, Hemlock, you're super good at this. You want to see if we can like work together and figure out what some of these things are?
Can we make a big pile of stuff?
Yeah, like work together. It'd be like a little party. I mean, you two are more than welcome to come join. I don't want to leave you out.
Nah, he's laying on hands, and I've got
Okay,
a kick
okay.
in my back, so I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I will
sit
continue to
here,
heal.
be massaged
Okay.
a little bit.
All right.
Thank you.
Sure.
The invitation to the group is appreciated.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't want to leave anyone out.
I'll help you.
Hey, there's a staff here. We might want to figure that one out. For it looks
Let's
really
look
big
at-
and
let's
cool.
look at all of
It's
it.
taller than me.
All right, you guys, I'll give you two options on how to do this. Who's going to be the primary lead on investigating these magic items?
Hemlock, I
Hand up for
guess.
Hemlock.
Hemlock, then, so we can give you a +1 from Jericho helping, added to any identification rules that you make, or you cannot do that and kind of do it separately. So anything you fail, you can make a separate roll for, but then that will take extra tension time to the dice.
Let's do it separate. I'm not scared of those dice.
More tension dice,
what
the
is your-
better.
What is your general capability with identifying these things?
Would this be like an occulty thing, or what would this be?
It depends on the item.
A minimum of +4.
Okay.
Well-
Your Arcana's a 0, my dude.
Well, what type of? Okay,
Can
let
be
me,
Arcana.
let me ask, what kind of a
occultism,
roll
or
is it?
religion? I believe.
It
are the
depends on
three.
Depends on
whatever
the
the
item.
item.
Yeah, it depends on the item.
Correct. And in that subset, like if it's an occultism roll, is it just a general occultism roll, or is it a certain kind of occultism roll?
No, so the item would fit with a occultism, an arcana, a religion, or nature style,
Okay.
depending upon the item.
So I might be slightly better equipped to identify these things.
That he might be even better.
Possibly.
I think he had super high numbers
Why is everyone looking at me?
because I think he's super good.
He's
at
probably
this.
also
Yes,
going to be
I've-
busy healing right now.
I've studied, but I'm also busy healing.
All right, but we're starting with Hemlock
Yep.
doing
It'd be my
this.
crafting skill.
I'll go
Crafting
last.
Skill. And your crafting skill I have here, it is clearly
+6.
+6 for all identifying checks. And I have to make this roll for you. I don't like making the rolls, but I have to.
We don't like you making the rules either, Tom.
Also true.
All right.
Size it off.
You potion number 1, you do not identify.
Okay.
Potion number 2, you identify as a minor healing elixir.
Okay.
Stand by. Okay, and then potion number 3, you identify as Black Adder Venom. This is a poison. So you can spend a couple actions to coat a weapon with it, and it will last for all day, 24 hours pretty much. And then the next time it does damage, the opponent makes an 18 fortitude save or take damage every round. It's about 1d4 building up to 1d8. It doesn't last long. It's just extra little bonus damage.
Can
Not
a
huge
bullet
bullet.
be dipped into that?
Maybe.
Or multiple. Just drop a whole.
Yeah. All of my bullets.
No. There is
You put it on the gun and you pistol whip someone and you get them.
Nice.
The next potion you identify as a potion of retaliation, which is a delightful one. Minor potion of retaliation. For 1 minute after drinking a potion of retaliation, there's a faint glow of energy around you, and a creature that touches you takes 1 point of damage. So it's just a small little damage shield for you to have.
When it says touch you, if as in like attack you or anything like
Unarmed
that.
attack or a spell with a touch. One of those two things.
But not a weapon.
Or a hug. Healer's Toolkit expanded. I think we already identified that's a +1 to all checks using that healer's kit.
And that's reusable, right?
Yeah, that's permanent.
And does that replace a healer's kit or is it add on to a healer's kit?
It's a whole separate item.
Okay. So if somebody else had a healer's kit, they can then.
Sure.
Like going from a 20 liter to a 35
Yeah.
liter.
Got it.
All right. And then you have 2 scrolls. You easily identify those as 2 scrolls of level 1 Force Barrage, aka Magic Missile.
Okay.
And if you can cast Arcane or Occult, then you can cast from this scroll. Otherwise, I believe you cannot cast.
How does that intersect with my scroll thaumaturgy?
You can just do it,
Yep. Okay.
which is great.
Are there 2 of the same?
Correct. Yes. You identify the staff as a cursed staff that affects your magic negatively, and if you have any kind of spell DC, it is reduced by 2. And the moment you cast a spell, you are unable to get rid of the staff. It then is part of you.
Gross.
That's not great.
That's for you, Hemlock.
This is to
I don't like
sell
the
to
part
some
of you
rude.
concept.
That's what this is.
There was a cloak, unidentified, and then a smooth stone, unidentified. I believe that is it.
Rochambeau,
No, you can go ahead.
you sure?
Oh,
Galen will start running his fingers over things.
I know you
and
love this more than I love this.
trying to identify what's left.
So you've got the cloak, the stone, and the first potion.
Yep.
It's a pretty good discovery check for the
Yeah.
pile.
I'm like, I am so impressed. You
Yeah,
did,
man.
you did really, really well.
You are
right
so
there.
full of compliments today. Thank you.
What? You literally, you
Almost
just
like-
did.
It's almost
really
like he's hiding something.
All right, was someone else going to take a look at any of these things?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a gander at it.
Okay, going to you, and you are here. You go by the name of Galen, and I have 4 Arcana, 4 Nature, 4 Occultism, 4 Religion. Oh, you're pretty even down the.
And 8 esoteric lore. That will help.
But it will not, unless there's something really interesting. I don't think it will, but I like that. Okay,
Have to be
And-
super esoteric.
and you're not having a Geary because a Geary's doing other things, is what I've heard.
Yeah.
what he
Okay,
said.
we'll make this happen.
Or not, in this case, maybe.
1, 2. It was the second potion that was not
First potion,
identified.
First.
Potion 1.
Oh, you don't identify that one.
Yeah.
Sorry. Bum.
Taste it. It's
Bum.
poison.
And the second one, I don't have you guys as identified.
Yeah, it's a minor healing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Minor
you do have that
healing,
right.
yeah.
What's the cloak and the marble stones? What's left?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cloak. There, and the stone, you said.
Yeah.
Rolling. All right. Cloak you've identified as a quite powerful, one of our easily the most powerful magic item we have, a level 3 magic item. It is a Cloak of Soft Landing. Anytime you fall, you treat all falls as 10 feet shorter. And once per day, boop, you can trigger Feather Fall on yourself for 1 minute.
Wow.
So it is hard for you to take falling damage.
What's that cloak look like?
Big.
It looks good on Lauren, is what happened.
It's a cool, like, barbarian, like, heavy cloak, but it's got, like, feather fringes on the sides.
I look marvelous, but
And then Galen raises an eyebrow. There was
Marble stone.
the stone? No, there was something else before that.
Nope.
Galen, you believe that the staff is a staff of potency and not a cursed staff whatsoever, and it has a bonus to damage and attack, which means that the stone inside could be removed and applied to a weapon and used to dramatically increase its capabilities, or curse that weapon, or do something else. You're in disagreement with Hemlock.
So are we saying that the smooth stone is embedded in the
Nope,
staff?
nope.
No. Okay.
Just the staff itself.
the staff itself. Come on.
Yeah.
Got a very different vibe from the staff.
Go. It's all
Very
yours.
powerful. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Ooh. Do you think we should give it to
Oh, I don't think we should give this to anything.
Well-
We should sell it to some rube back in town.
I mean, if it really is cursed in the way that you said it
Do you
is,
want
that makes me
to-
feel bad.
Do you want to take a chance on it?
Not particularly.
Yeah, get rid of it. Make some gold, make some coin. I'm not going to. I mean, it's all yours.
I'll leave the staff up to you, my sir, good sir.
And maybe get a third opinion?
Sure. Yeah, maybe Agiri once he's patched.
Why
us
is
all
everyone
up.
bothering me?
I gotta start over now.
Hold on, I'm putting. Where were you at? 4?
And Galen, you do identify the polished stone as an Aeon stone, known as a polished pebble. Ooh, Chris' eyes light up. He had some of these in season 3, right?
Yeah.
This is an Aeon stone. When you attune it to you, it orbits around your head very slowly. You can, if you want, take it and stow it, but it loses its power. And then for an action, you can put it back on in case you don't want to look weird in town or have someone take it from you. That can totally happen. This is a polished stone. It gives you a permanent +1 bonus to any attempt to grapple you or swallow you whole.
Oh my God.
So wait, +1 bonus versus grappling or swallowing.
Yeah, if someone tries to grapple you, swallow you whole, don't worry about it. Doesn't happen often.
Every plus
the
one
fact that
matters.
it's a thing, even a possibility, I think +1s might be really important.
I love
for
the
that.
idea of this knowledge. Like, oh yes, I can see it now. Oh, okay. Oh, this makes me harder to grapple. And swallow? Weird.
Hey, baby, I need you to hold this stone.
There's a season 1, I believe. Christopher's character was swallowed at one
I think
point.
that's season.
Tim,
Swallowed head to
the
toe.
Yosoki. Yosoki gets swallowed all the time.
More than
all
one.
the time. It's never reported because no one wants to hear about Yosoki, but we get swallowed on a daily basis.
doesn't-
I'm taking the stone.
Who doesn't want to hear about Yosoki?
Apparently, everybody else.
I throw the stone to Dash.
Dash swallows it.
It resists with +1 to being swallowed.
It's working.
So
It's a good one.
Dash is taking the Aeon stone, it sounds like.
Unless anyone wants to fight me for it.
You're good.
So this cloak, y'all, I get the feeling that you feel much lighter wearing it. Who wants to take this?
Let me see that. I'll take it.
All right, hand it over to Hemel.
Yeah. I think I'm the only one that's taken fallen damage in this adventure so far.
Again, you haven't really taken any magic items. I feel like
Tom, one quick thing,
Yes.
clarification. When I was looking at that staff, you said that it feels like I could separate a rune or a stone on the staff for that potent, for that. Okay.
We did that before.
Yeah, it was the dagger, right?
Yeah.
But do I get the sense that if I do that, that is using the staff?
You don't know. That's the other gamble.
I'm not going to press my luck right now.
That's a fine staff you have there.
that's what
Very
she
stout
said.
looking staff. You have a sword, don't you?
It's very
I don't
potent.
have a
It's very
sword.
potent.
Gary, you ever play Russian roulette?
All the time with people's lives.
You know
Yes.
what? Actually, this fits you perfectly. Here's the staff.
Perfect. Hey, there's a stone. I have the staff now.
Okay, you have the staff in your hand, the cursed, magically awesome staff. in your
Hemlock
hand.
definitely, there's been some contention on if this is good or bad. You might want to take a look at it before you try to use it.
Gary pounds it into the ground a couple times. It's a fine walking stick.
Don't
And he
try
goes,
to cast with
goes
it.
back to tending to
You're the last person in this party that should have their magic ability nerf.
And I'm adding a tension die for time for the extra
or
identity.
the extra identification.
Hey, Galen, those them scrolls right there. Do you want those? Because I think you might be the only one besides me that could probably use them, and I can already do that. Zippy zappy that they do.
Do you ever get tired and wish you had another one up your sleeve?
No.
All right. Well, then I'll be happy.
Can
to
you
hold
do
on to
anything
them.
from far, far away?
I'm a big fan of scrolls.
I know
would be
you love
happy to hold on to them.
scrolls. I wouldn't want to take them away from you.
Yeah. No, thank you. I
All
appreciate
right, no,
that.
you take those.
Definitely feel that adds to my arsenal. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
I'm going to take this
Healer
healing
skin?
potion
Oh,
to replenish what I just used.
perfect.
Who wants the poison?
I have no use for it.
I don't either.
It's not my style.
Yannick pipes
Extra
up real
damage?
fast.
Extra damage isn't your style?
Poison.
We can always sell them too. Which is what I suggest doing to that staff. It's no good.
I definitely think Yannick should take the retaliation.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay, you got that. That's super good. Are people?
Who's getting the healer's kit?
Is that a better one than you have that might be useful for you, sir?
It is better, but I did not want to speak up for it. Someone else may use it. You
You're our
could use it.
healer.
Yeah, you're a super healer guy. Seems like if that would help you, it'd be super good for you. Because you could pass your normal one on to
I
Hemlock.
can't.
maybe.
I'm not. Don't look at me.
Well, I thought you said maybe.
No.
Then I will eagerly acquire this new healing
Sure.
kit. Then.
And if no one else is trained in medicine,
I
Yannick,
am trained
Okay.
in medicine, but if you could use it,
I mean,
you tend to be closer to being hit.
also usually pretty busy.
Also that.
So,
How about I take it?
so Dash is going to take,
Agiri's
Gary's regular
now
healing kit.
extraneous one.
Hemlock, what type of damage? Oh shoot!
Bang.
Does your-
Piercing or bludgeoning.
Okay. So, based on someone's choice, the poison would then work if it pierced.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Let that-
I gave it.
Okay.
So no one wanted the poison?
No.
Go sell it.
All right,
So-
Hemlock, you want to hold on to it to,
I'll
to
hold
be our
on to
seller?
it. We
Yeah,
can
you
sell it. Sell it back in town.
it seems like a pirate would know how much that would sell for.
Oh yeah.
All right, I think we're all dished out then.
You continue to eat and relax, heal up. The paladin heals you guys up. You guys are gonna rest for the evening, I
Oh,
believe.
yeah. Well, there's one potion. Can Agiri look at that?
Oh,
potion?
the unknown potion.
Oh yeah, he sure can. I've got tension dice over here.
You want me to look at the potion?
No, you guys are cool. You got plenty of time for resting. Not a huge time. So yeah, you can go ahead and do it. Make it nothing.
He's gonna do it
And
for
for
you.
the staff, too, I presume.
The staff's already been identified, hasn't
Twice.
Twice
Yes.
with two different.
We need a tiebreaker.
You have no idea what that potion does.
Okay.
It's so weird.
I'll give a cursory glance at the
At the staff?
staff. then.
Okay.
Now we need a third answer. Completely different.
Yes.
That's a staff of fireballs.
You got there was a roll that was pretty interesting there. I can't describe it. You believe that you side with the thaumaturge Galen.
Goodness.
Okay.
It's bad news.
Wait, so in this downtime, can I play too?
Now I'm going to start adding some dice.
Because I asked a yes or no question?
Is that what you want?
Oh, well, sure.
Okay.
There's no one figured out what the potion does.
Adding another tension die. You believe you know that potion. It is the Looter's Lethargy potion. It is a poison.
Oh, another poison.
It is a consumable poison, so you get them to ingest it. It ensures no thieves are strong enough to walk off with pilfered treasures. Commonly smeared on locks, chests, and even valuable items. I'm sorry, it's a contact poison, not consumable. It's a contact poison. So it's smeared on the locks, chests, and valuable items. The poison slowly saps the strength of those who touch it, and then nearby guardians can simply follow the trail of discarded valuables and find the weakened trespasser. And the poison lasts for several hours, and it reduces their bulk limit that they can carry over time. And it gets harder and harder for them to carry gear as they go along.
I love
Eventually,
that.
they're
That's amazing.
buck naked.
I'm so tired.
Can I have that one?
Sure, here you go.
Oh, thank you. Go. Contact, you said?
Put on those knives when you're healing people. So it looks like that really is a potent, powerful staff, huh? That you have. That's good. That'd be good for you.
Don't use it.
So it's basically there's a rune of potency in there, is what I'm hearing.
That's what 2 of the 3 believe.
Yes, 2 out of 3 doctors recommend.
Two.
I
Powerful
feel.
potency rules.
All right, that sounds good to me.
I say wait until the situation is extremely dire.
Or just use it as a walking stick. Don't ever fuck around with it.
Waste of a good rune of potency. Wouldn't you like to have one of those
Nope,
on your
body knot
guns?
would never want to be cursed.
Let's be
No,
honest,
thank you.
Hemlock, you're not really the most magical of the group. I would trust them with magic stuff more than you.
It's
I mean,
fine.
poisons and
You go,
stuff.
you go
usage,
use
everything.
it then. See what happens.
Okay.
You said rest was acquired and detained?
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and rest for the evening. Sleeping up in the little miners' encampment at the top floor of this mine. And I believe you had some sort of interaction with Meryl planned. Dash?
Yeah, and at dinner, before we do that, Dash wants to talk with Meryl and let him know that we have 6 stones. Yannick's holding the 6th stone, and we're going it. He wants to go back for the 7th because we weren't able to get that one out in time and survive. But we have all 6, which we can put in the box, and so you can have them secured and ready to go.
Meryl says, "Oh, that's disappointing, but I saw how bloody the lot of you came out by the sounds of it, barely by the skin of your teeth. As much as I would like to get that stone and the city to have it for whatever extra future protective needs, I don't think we need to be risking your lives even more for this. Don't go back for it."
I'm not there.
No, this is dinner time.
No, it's you and him
It's-
talking.
okay, so then if that's the case, and there was the 7th stone that happened to be available to you, when do you think you would need to head back into town?
No, I don't want you risking it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. We'll seal this off. I'll pay off dinner. And we'll keep this place a secret. And if in the future maybe I can get some guards to come down here at another later time, then we can do that. But look what it took just for you to get one.
I agree with you, and in fact, almost all of us do. Yannick is the problem. He's convinced we have to go back and get that 7th stone, and he won't leave until we get it.
All right, then you and come with me. And he takes you over to Yannick. Warrior, it's come to my attention that you want to go back for another stone that was not acquired.
That is incorrect. I do not want to go back for that stone. But we
Oh.
must.
Oh,
I have no choice, unfortunately. It is a path that Carahel has set before me. I have seen the danger in the stones, and Carahel would not have put me here if we were to leave a stone behind.
so you want to leave no stone?
Unturned.
Thank you.
Somebody write that down.
It is too dangerous to do so.
But
There are others who seek these stones. There are potential fiends and demons and owlbears and other creatures seeking them. We are here now. Carahel has set us on this path and brought us here. It cannot be to leave a stone behind. That cannot be the purpose. It does not make sense.
he grabs you, Dash, and pulls you. Come with me. He
Well,
goes over to the priest.
Okay,
We have a problem with
Looking
the
for a dance partner? What is this about?
we have a problem with the warrior over there. He seems rather stuck into this thing, and I don't think you should all be going above and beyond again. It's too dangerous. Can you convince him to stop with this foolishness, and let's all just get out of here, take dinner with us, and make our way back to Tabernary in the morning?
Yannick,
Yes?
Meryl wants me to tell you to stop this foolishness.
Okay.
Well, I tried.
He says, "Well, I tried," and sits down and starts to eat.
I'd like to bend Yannick's ear for
Sure.
just dinner. Go sit next to him. Just chat. That was a close call down there.
Indeed. Indeed. Very close.
You want to go back?
I
No.
know.
I know you don't want to go back.
I feel we must.
What good are you to your temple if we're all dead?
I serve in whatever capacity I can. And if Carahel sees it fit to end me in this pit of silverfish, bugs I love, then so be it. That is Carahel's plan for me. I hope it is not, but I cannot believe that the plan is to leave, to bring us here, to recognize the danger of these stones, to put us in the place where we can protect them, and then for us to fail to do so.
If we go back down there, we may not come back. Nobody's protecting the stones then.
Perhaps I should go down by myself then.
You know you'll die.
I can be sneaky when I need to.
Well, Yannick, I just encourage you to think about the needs of the people who have chosen to accompany you on this adventure.
It is those needs that I am thinking about. Because we need to be able to protect and keep Tabernary safe. And this is the path to be able to do so.
All right. Choose your path wisely.
Indeed.
All right.
Meryl. Yannick is, the way we like to call it in Thave, shit-headed. And it means that
What is that in common? I don't.
Also shitheaded.
Oh, that I know.
It's universal.
Direct translation.
I don't know how
Head
to
of
use the
shit.
phrase here, but he is determined to not go anywhere unless he has those stones. I know that your mission was to get the 6 that you needed. That's why you hired us here. I don't feel like it would be in your best safety to stay while shitheaded continues to drive the actions of everyone else here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you we won't leave him behind, but you should probably head back to Tabernary.
I'm not leaving without my guards.
What about Denner? He has no reason to be here any longer. The two of you can travel together.
No, we're all going as one. You are our protectors. We were attacked on the way here.
Well,
We will wait right here. As I want us all to go as soon as the morning light doesn't come down into this mine. And if that's not the case, Denner and I will wait here again. And whomever returns will then go. Hopefully it's all of you.
that's your decision to make. Good night, then.
Good night.
Are you going to eat that?
What? Give that back.
It's his sleeping bag. Oh.
You were saying something? Nope.
Actually, during dinner, Hemlock was not part of any of this nonsense. But he wanted to sidle up to Denar and ask him about.
Go ahead.
Pulls out the Dwarven Daisy, and he's like, "We did not get a opportunity to use these. But I was wondering where you found these. Did you make these?"
That was Fitzer, I believe, had brought these.
He brought them. He did not. You didn't see him make them.
I didn't see him make him.
Okay.
Or maybe he bought them. I don't know.
Okay. That's all. If you knew how to make them, I was going to see if you would teach me, but that's not the case. Then
Nah, sorry.
no worries. Cheers.
And I'll be keeping an eye on things tonight. You guys get some rest.
Okay.
Denner, don't worry about it. I can take first watch. I'm much more limber and healed up now.
All right.
Yes.
He's out. You guys sleep and rest. Anything out of the ordinary?
Yes.
Yes. I had a feeling.
Dash wants to play a little bit of Tooth Fairy. And I am going to silently and quietly remove the stone from Jericho and place it in Yannick's sleeping roll,
Okay. And where he is sleeping.
where he is sleeping.
Okay.
So when he wakes up in the morning, he should have a pleasant surprise.
And be mildly irradiated for
All right. I will totally let that happen without any challenges unless you are challenged by the current owner.
Oh, I would be curious if he would notice. That's all.
It's up to you story-wise. Do you want to have there be a chance of
Oh,
detecting him?
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he would, just because he would try to be kind of aware of that.
All right. What is Dash's thievery plus 10?
It's 16.
16. That is your perception roll as little hands slip into your...
I also have pickpocket.
Don't take that roll. Whatever that roll is doesn't count. Pickpocket.
You can steal or palm an object that's closely guarded, such as in a pocket, without taking the -5 penalty. You can't steal objects that would be extremely noticeable or time-consuming to remove, like worn shoes. If you're a master in thievery, so close. You can attempt to steal it from a creature in combat, which is amazing.
I think we're
That
good. Go ahead
would
and
be
make the roll.
sick.
All right.
18.
Okay. You feel little movements. Where is it kept?
Deep in the bottom of his satchel, his backpack.
Okay. There's some rustling, some movement, a clasp metal on metal, light sound, and only you wake up to this.
There'd just be a little grabbing of a wrist, as he kind of reach out for that, because he'd kind of be curled up close to it because he knows it's something important, and just kind of reach out for whatever he can feel like an armor or whatever he might grab. That would be there.
It's me. I have a plan for the stone.
What's going on?
I have a plan for the stone.
Oh, okay.
Giving it back to Yannick. It'll all make sense in the morning. Go back to sleep.
I gotta prefer it made a little bit of sense right now.
We're friends, right?
Yeah, you're my
He's my best friend.
You're my very best friend.
Yeah.
Trust your friend.
Just
Go back to sleep.
Sinner says hello. What happened to just wanting to know?
Yeah.
Now there's everyone sitting up just staring at you guys.
Also, there's apparently best friends and long pause best friends.
That's a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's really hard to answer you when all these guys talk in their sleep so much.
Projection stone.
I'm really worried about the whole demon thing.
Yannick's gonna keep it safe. It won't be a problem.
No, he only cares about the religion side of it and studying it. And I'm worried about stuff that's going to happen right away. He's going to put it in some library and they're going to study it for the next 3 generations.
Yes.
What were you thinking of doing?
Belong to the museum.
Belong to the temple.
So do you.
I honestly don't know.
Well,
But maybe have a conversation about it rather than Yannick just take it and run off with it.
he's not gonna do that. I've had the conversations with it. This has been my plan.
I think the longer this goes on, the more likely we are to wake up.
Also, as this is happening, your satchel's still moving around, little claspy sounds.
The thievery has not stopped.
Yannick just comes over and takes the stone.
I overheard the whole thing.
It's going to work out?
If we don't move this stone now, we may not survive tomorrow. But if we do this, we have a chance to solve the problems you're afraid of.
Okay. I'll trust you.
Thank you. Go back to sleep.
Next time, just ask. Just ask next time.
Did ask with my hands.
Seth, why aren't you writing that one down?
That is definitely episode time. Ask again.
All right, you take the projection stone, the 7th stone, out of Jericho's satchel, along with anything else, or is that
Nope,
enough?
just that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it this time.
It's an 8th stone.
Not much else interesting in there.
And why are there 2? What the hell?
Not much else interesting in there if you want to take something.
No, it's all right.
All right, and you place it in the deeply resting champion's bedroom. Where about in there do you put it?
Right behind the knee.
Okay.
It's one of those that, like, it doesn't quite wake you up, but you're aware that something's there, and you're like, I feel like something's snuffling me, but it's not quite. And then sharp, it's that thing. It's like a
Okay.
cat.
All
like
right.
a Palantir with Gandalf.
It is morning time. You wake up feeling refreshed. Everyone's got their house back. If you
My
have-
God, the stone! Where did the stone come from?
Oh, praise Carol!
It's a blessing.
Well,
Yannick, what do you have there?
Very peculiar, but the seventh stone appears to have
Beard?
appeared in my bedroll last night.
You have
It
you have two
appeared-
stones.
So you had two the
right
whole
now?
time, and you were just scaring the crap out of us all freaking night last night. You are a piece of work.
I have suspicions.
We
But-
all do at this point.
I will not look a gift horse in the mouth. We have all of the stones and what we need.
We got to go down there and fight things. 'cause we
Well,
gotta get the
forgive me,
second
but
stone.
There may be a third stone.
Well,
I don't think
if
it's,
you all wish to go down there, I will accompany you. I would not abandon you in your hour of need.
This is a blessing from Carol. I could not even think of going down into the mines now.
I don't think this is just as simple as praise be to Carahel. Somebody here was
Look who's a
lying.
believer.
Somebody in this party
Somebody.
was willing to risk our safety. For what?
Is the other stone still there? Dash looks at Meryl.
Meryl's not even part of this conversation.
Yannick,
I have both stones now.
you have both stones.
You have a total of
Did you check
7?
the box? You got 7? We might need to
I will
count.
confirm that I have both stones in my possession.
Okay. Derek, how many? No, just kidding. Just kidding.
1d6.
That would be bad.
Be fun to roll a d8 just for the fun
Yeah.
of the chance. You've got a stone, and you've got a stone.
Well, then let's get the hell out of here.
You have the correct amount of stones.
And I will guard them zealously.
Okay.
And to your point, yeah. But I'm hoping there's a lesson here somewhere.
Well, I think the lesson is we need to come clean. What was this about?
Getting stones.
Where did the second stone come from? I can't put it much more bluntly than that. It was here last night. Somebody had it. Where did it come from? We don't put each other in danger.
Can we just blow up the mine and be done with this?
Oh, what if we disable the uppy down? Make it harder for people
We're
to
not changing the subject.
But that was what?
And in truth, I would like to know as well. Because it is, for it to have been here, it is a dangerous situation to
It may
have
have
kept.
been with the best of intent, but we were prepared to go put our lives in danger again. And it didn't need to be.
And haven't.
And
I would
haven't.
argue, based on your statement, we actually have been protecting the group. Whoever returned the stone in.
Whoever.
Whoever!
No one's been injured and no one's gone on a fool's errand.
Then why
And it
lie
would have
about
been
it?
a fool's errand.
Then why lie about it in the first place?
What if it was dinner?
Then
What?
it wasn't in the mine with. Okay.
Well-
No.
What if he's just had it since we got here?
Denner comes over. I heard my name. Have you decided if you're heading back in, or have you come to your senses, looking at Yannick, and we're going to head back to Tabernary?
What are we doing, boss?
Give us just a moment.
All right.
I hope, and I am definitely with Galen in this, that however this stone came to be here, for it not to have been revealed amongst us, if anybody in this party had knowledge of it before it came into my bedroll last night, that cannot continue to happen.
Me too.
We are in dangerous times. We live and we are doing extremely dangerous things. We have to be able to trust each other. We have to have trust amongst ourselves. And and know that we can battle back to back and know that we will have each other's backs and be trusting of each other and cannot have these things occur that draw schisms between the trust within our group. Does everybody agree that that is the only way that we can be successful
It's
in
worked
the
so far.
dangerous times that we are in?
Might I add one more piece to that?
Please.
I think it's also dangerous. As much so. To have one member of the party say, we have to go do something dangerous that others have expressly said they don't want to do,
Yes.
and not take really any listening to what the rest of the party is talking about.
What makes you think, I assume...
I know you had powerful feelings about this, and I know your faith and the leaving of Cara Hill is important to you. But also, if we're going to be a group, the desires of the group have to count for something.
Agreed.
Second.
And we weren't willing to just let you go down there like a Geary. We weren't. I just hope you realize this group is all of us, not just you.
Absolutely do. I'm...
All right. I trust y'all now. Thank you.
Can we leave now?
Yeah.
Let us be on our way. I think that would be wise.
Galen steps back.
Okay. The group gets their gear all packed up. Dinner packs up his stuff, as does Meryl, and they head on.
And we check the box to see how many stones are in the box.
There are 7 stones.
So you're not holding the 2. You're not keeping them. Put them in the box.
I am in possession of the box that has the stones until such a time as we are... at least that would be my intent.
Have we let
Meryl?
Meryl know that we have 7?
Yes, that has been...
Okay.
They have been made aware of the fact that we have all of the stones.
And you've put the 2 in the box.
Are there 6 in the
If the agreement is that the box remains with me, there are 2 in the box and I have the box.
7
Yes.
in the box.
Hmm?
All 7 are in the box.
Yes. Well, there's actually... We
2
only
at
have
the
2
chandelier, 1 at the door.
because there's 5 others that we don't have. So we only have 2 in the box,
We had a
right?
box with 5 of them.
Are they all here?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have left
Oh.
him with the wagon and the owlbears.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, we had to
Gotcha.
bring him with us.
Understood. All right. I was thinking different stones.
Does
but
the
yes.
box? Does the box hold 7?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfectly, actually.
It's weird. It's like there was a little
foam
compartment.
insert was perfect for 7.
Is there by chance a noticeable glimmer of the stones from outside the box, them being in close proximity, Indiana Jones style?
No, nothing visually, but those of you who can cast spells have a strange, slightly disruptive sense when you're around it to your magic. It's not potent, but it is definitely, if you didn't know, you go, oh, there's something going on in this box, for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you guys gear up and head out. You leave the mine. Denner takes some extra time to seal up, relock, kind of cover up with dirt and debris the mine entrance, tear down the camp stuff that he and his folks had as much as possible, buries a bunch of it, slings over his shoulders the rest of it.
Dash helps with that. Just kind of helps reshaping the
Okay.
land with the rocks.
And
Wind.
his final act is to pull up his little standard with his flag of the black dog on a red banner, square banner, and has that sticking out of his pack as he walks along. And he heads off back towards Tavernry with the rest of the group in tow. As you hike for some time, hours and hours and hours, we have a brief pause where we have a hero point to give out by Derek. Derek, who gets a hero point? Yannick has been chosen
Thank you.
for the hero point. And as you travel, you approach a violent scene of a badly damaged wagon and some owlbear-related corpses.
We took care of them politely. Oh, the owlbear.
Owlbear
Sorry,
corpse.
I
that's
think we
right.
burned.
Did you burn the
We burned.
corpses?
We
think
burned
so.
the little demon thing and the owlbears.
I didn't know the owlbear. All right.
And then we buried the
Then you
bodies.
come across like Luke,
Carnage!
Uncle Owen,
Pure
and Aunt
carnage!
Beru's burnt remains. And more importantly, though, Denner goes over to where you have taken care of his friends and finds where you have buried them. I believe Yannick and Aguirre did some rites there. And he kind of kneels down and says, I can't believe this happened. And he just looks so forlorn. And he says, thank you for taking care of them.
These are tough times. And they were tough men. We're sorry for your loss.
He puts a hand on, no, he's too small. Pulls on your arm to pull himself up, then pats you on the hip and says thanks, and heads off.
Give him a shoulder.
All right. You guys travel. Another day goes by. All wounded levels, I believe, now are gone off of all people.
Yay, it worked.
It worked.
You know, if I waited long enough,
Yeah.
it'd be all better.
Yeah, it's not by conversation, though. That's the key. We'll frustrate Tom enough that he'll just get rid of the wounded level.
Keep tossing pension dice in as we talk more and more.
You're
Always
getting
a goal.
closer to the city of Tabanry. The hills have passed you by. You're going across the beautiful grasslands, heading northwest towards the city of Tabanry. You are approaching a bridge that's about 4 or 5 hours out from the city you crossed before, where a barge had traveled underneath. There's no barge this time, but as you approach, you see there is a figure that is leaning over and looking at the water, a cloaked figure who sees you approaching from quite some distance, and then steps out and stands in the middle of the bridge, still a quarter mile out.
None shall pass.
When you say cloaked figure, dark cloak, light cloak.
Looks to be a very dark green cloak that is wrapped around tight, like he's got his arms tucked in and is like super cold type of a vibe.
But it's not super cold.
No.
Any weapons, any swords, anything?
Quarter mile out.
Yep, you don't see anything like
Okay.
that.
All right.
Should we maybe pause here before we approach the bridge
Just one guy.
that you can see?
Correct. Yeah. It could be invisible guys.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, we spoke of being careful and needing to take caution, and I would agree.
Agreed. Yannick, why don't you go have a conversation?
I'll go talk to him if you want.
We don't even. This could just be
Just a guy.
somebody enjoying the view.
Yeah, it might be. He might have been fishing. You are super, suspicious, aren't
Paranoid.
you, Galen? Yeah, paranoid.
Is the word.
Or maybe I've encountered bandits before. I don't know.
One bandit against I'll take that.
I've never met a
wasn't
bandit.
guy.
Anybody else feel like Jericho maybe just needs to learn a lesson? You go right ahead. Go. Yeah. Go have a
You want to go
conversation.
talk to him with me?
We go as a group,
Okay.
or we go around as a group,
There's no reason to
as I've
scout
been
ahead.
recently told.
Well, that's why. See how I asked? I didn't say I was going. I asked.
Let's go.
So, are we going to approach this person?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. You guys head towards the bridge. The guy just stands there waiting for you to arrive. As you get close, you see there is something odd in that stretched across his face about 3 times is wire with serrated cuts that are slicing into his face with blood dripping down. Looks like caked on blood.
Can I make a recall knowledge about? Do I recognize this in any way, shape, or form for what the
Gary would like to make the same attempt.
the nature of this might be?
Yes.
Renarian reject.
Aguirre, no.
Particularly with my bardic lore. That
Your
gives me-
bardic lore recalls some sort of tale of a greedy demon with this visage in stories of old.
Oh, I will particularly mention that first. This guy reminds me of some stories about a demon once heard, so I think this might be a friend of the friend that we killed.
And there's a shing. The sword is drawn.
Well,
And,
sure, that's
Told you it wasn't bandits.
and there's a little chink chink as I smack my sword on my shield and then start marching forward.
Okay.
The
Determinedly.
chink chink is my cue. And
Scroll appears in
Where are the stones presently?
In the box with me.
With you.
Yeah.
marching forward behind the shield.
Want to make sure where they are.
Is it in the cart or on your back?
No cart.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
we're
in a
walking.
cart.
It's on your
Like
back.
physically,
Okay.
yeah, like in my very closely guarded satchel, whatever's. I just dropped a die under your
Just dropped
foot,
a
I
stone on the
believe.
ground.
Oh, get it.
Yeah, it's all the way down on your right side, sir. Yeah, and I am steadily approaching this creature, trying to identify it, get a feeling of it, find out if it is a demon or evil. And
Agiri is walking behind him, close quarter.
And I'm back in the back half of this
Yeah, I'm going to
group.
be shoulder to shoulder with Yana.
yeah, love
Okay.
that.
Yannick and Galen, you don't have any demonic vibes, but you know this is definitely something wrong. This looks like someone who's been tortured and is just standing there.
Hail, friend.
How close? You getting within voice yelling distance, quiet talking distance, growling distance?
More like a hailing at volume distance. Where,
Say 60 feet?
yeah, probably, I think that sounds
Maybe
reasonable.
65.
65 feet?
65 feet? Yeah, okay, let's do
125 feet,
65 feet
64.8 feet.
specifically.
All right. The individual stands there, arms and everything still tucked in really tight with this cloak wrapped around. It's a guy, it's a man, human, but again, these barbs pull tight. You then think you even see them get pulled tighter into his flesh briefly, but you don't see any motion from his hands to trigger that.
Identify yourself, stranger. And this, he appears to be blocking the way, right?
Standing
Blocking
right,
the
it's
road,
a
right in the middle of the
wide
road.
bridge.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
could
yeah.
easily have two wagons go through it. He's just standing
Right
right in the middle
Yep.
of it.
Plenty of room. to
Identify
run around.
yourself, stranger.
He speaks. Avarice. You will stop and listen. You will hear my words.
We're listening.
You have set out to find more stones, and now you return. My master knows this.
Oh.
He looks at Yannick. Then he looks at Agiri. Kara. You will give me the stones, and my master will destroy them and forget you.
Might that be Lord Glob?
His barbs slightly loosen.
So I see that name rings a bell.
Klob is weak.
So it's a lot of scratching of pencils going on right now.
Give me the stones, or my master will remember and destroy you.
Whom do you serve?
I serve Lord Vestrath, the uninvited.
Good question. Where was he not invited to?
Prom.
I'm so angry now. He
Just an
extends
incel.
a hand and has it open. It is a damaged blood hand with barbed wire wrapped around it, a little strand hanging off it. He holds out his hand, still 60 feet away, as though you could just reach over and hand over the stones.
And there's a wrap of sword upon shield again.
So I'm
And
gonna put a hand on Yannick just briefly,
mhm.
like, because I can feel where this is headed.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna barter. Tell us.
Is this creature undead?
Tell us.
'Cause-
You cannot make heads or tails of that.
Okay, because if he is, there is no barter.
Tell
Yannick,
us,
no barter.
Avarice. What does? And I grip Yannick's arm very tightly here. What does What does Lord Vestrath offer for these stones?
Yannick's eye twitches.
He said he would forget it. Forget us. That's all you hear Aguirre say.
Everest says nothing and continues to have a hand on his string.
We are not fully aware of the nature of these stones. What is his interest or the nature of these stones?
Destroying them!
Oh, yes, he said he'd do that too.
Why?
Continues to hold out the hand.
Because they can destroy him.
Not knowing if this is an effective means, but I will make the attempt. That I will attempt to use my ability of read the air.
You want to know if he's got bad intentions?
In essence, as part of the spell, I recall knowledge to gain information about the immediate social situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also gain a +1 status bonus on my next diplomacy check to make an impression. Don't know if that would be effective against this guy, but I'm trying to see if I can get him to tell me the reason and purpose of these stones.
Make a
Absolutely.
recall. Use society. Make a society roll.
Okay.
Yeah, we are
2.
ones.
2. You.
Oh wait, did I get something on that? I just read the spell. I don't remember. No. Okay.
All right. That does not
No.
help you in the situation.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my...
Galen is doing his thing. Aguirre is leaning in and talking to Galen, not even having a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just, I wonder why Vestrath is not here himself to destroy the stones.
That's a great question. So I'm going to use my quick coercion ability.
Okay.
And I'm going to coerce this individual to answer that very question. Avarice, why are you here instead of Lord Vestrath? Why doesn't he present himself to us?
If you want, you can have another take at that. Which sounds condescending, but it's not my intent.
And it is.
Okay, all right.
Because this is an intimidation roll
What's my
that you would be
motivation?
making.
Sorry,
So,
intimidation.
yeah,
okay.
not a diplomatic thing. This is intimidation to
Yeah.
coerce.
Yep.
So you can
Say it again, but more intimidatingly.
Yeah.
Add the
All
word,
right,
add
so
the word bitch to it.
yeah, Avarice. Forgive me, but we don't respond to messenger boys. Where is Lord Vestrath, and why is he afraid to show himself to us?
make an intimidating roll with a -2.
That is a natural 20 and a total of
Yes.
26.
Bitch.
Nice job, Big G. Better than my 2.
The being says, "You must give stone, or I will be destroyed with you." And he takes an uncomfortable step forward, but just one.
Are you acting against your will? Avarice, can we help you?
I can help.
So now you get a gun from Hemlock.
Are you being coerced by somebody other than me?
You know how jealous I am.
In the Great Pantheon, where does Vestra sit in Aguirre's knowledge?
Oh boy. Make a religion roll as good as Lauren just did.
All right. 24.
It is the same. It's just not a natural.
Not a natural 20.
Not a natural.
That was the key part. You have no information about that.
Okay.
Does he respond at all to the question about being controlled?
No, he instead holds out his arm and says, "Give them to me or slay me." I cannot come back. I will not go back empty-handed.
Yannick?
May I cast Inspire Courage?
On him?
Courageous Anthem, excuse me. Courageous Anthem.
Be brave. It'll be over soon.
You can go home. You'll be all right.
Orphan Strength isn't that. He'll understand.
You're right.
Just gonna start strumming on my ukulele and just, you guys are so courageous. I believe in you.
And Yannick begins stepping forward again,
All right.
courageously, feeling courageous. We're doing this, right?
I think we're doing this.
All right.
Maybe you can get the first shot.
Doesn't need any more prompt than that. And thunderous gunshot will.
All right. He is, oddly enough, a little freaked out by Galen, so he's going to be off guard for this attack.
We're all a little freaked out by game.
A 20,
It's a hit.
5 points.
What's your status bonus?
Of 21 to hit, and 6 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
All right. You hit, pierces through into his cloak. He recoils from it, but still stands and takes a step back. One step back.
I think we're closing the distance as rapidly as we can.
You're
This
rushing
is
in?
be an unpleasant
he-
business.
Engaging.
He doesn't seem to be fighting back. He seems to be waiting, yeah?
Yes.
This seems to violate a tenant somewhere.
Yeah, that is giving Yannick pause as he's...
Charging in at full speed with
No,
Galen?
marching steadily forward.
At full speed with Galen?
And Yannick's go marching one by one. Hurrah. Hurrah.
Galen is not waiting.
Okay.
Galen's charging
Yeah,
in.
I mean, like Yannick is like sort of like hesitating, but seeing Galen, he's not gonna leave Galen's side. He's
A step
staying
behind.
with
Okay.
Galen. Yeah.
Galen, you're charging in?
I am charging it.
All right, you can charge in with 2 actions. On your third action, do whatever you want, like a strike or a...
So what I want to do is stop outside of touching distance,
Mhm.
and with my mirror implement again, appear behind him,
Oh, okay.
hoping that he doesn't know that has happened.
Okay.
But Yannick will see that.
Yeah. And Yannick is continuing to hold his attention.
As part of that distraction, when they charge in, Dash will cast an elemental blast that's 60 feet out of a huge attack of winds to support them and buffer them, and as well as attack the guy.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah, 23.
And this was what ability?
It's an elemental blast.
Elemental Blast. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. That is a hit. You hit the guy for sure. And this is a chunk of air, if you will.
It is.
Okay.
Big slice of air just kind of solidified and flying forward. And he takes... That's a 2. 2 plus 4, 6 points of damage.
6. I'll do a little bit more. Okay.
Slashing damage or electrical damage.
Got it. Okay, Galen, you were right up, and then you cast on the other side. You create your mirror image right on the other side. It is his turn. The being does see and spins around and lashes out with several barbs at your mirror implement, which is you.
Which is me.
He gets 3 attacks, 12, 19, and 22.
19 is my AC.
Okay.
2 hits. Oof.
2 hits.
I will absorb 3. Actually, you get a resistance 3 as he gets a retributive strike.
Okay, you take a total of 5 points of damage, and you have a D4 of bleeding happening.
Oof.
And then you get a retributive strike.
Yes. And I am aiming for realizing the barbs that were tightening over his head. Are there any other barbs over his body anywhere?
Yeah, you can see as he moves, they're all across.
Trying to actually slice the barbs more than him, like cut the wires.
You may do that with a -2 to your chance to hit.
All right, we'll do. That is going to be, let's see, 13 minus 2 is 11, plus 8 is a 19 to hit.
Strikes.
And again, not looking to cause a ton of damage, but it would be 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm, again, just trying to cut barbs.
I'll cut that in half. You slice several of these wires off and they spring out, and that seems to stagger him as well. He will gain the slowed 1 condition for the next round. What else? Anyone else? Bard?
I'm trying to just move and stay about 30 feet or so behind Yannick.
Okay.
I'll reload and fire off another shot.
Sure, go for it. He gets +1 for some cover between you and him, with people.
Keep that going.
The 30?
Oh, well.
Is a critical hit.
Let's just see what cutting enough
Nice.
barbs was going to do.
Oh, wait, did you add your one?
I was gonna.
I did.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, well. I love the embarrassed
28
counting.
points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
You blast him right through, and you blast his jaw clean off.
Cool.
Old, rancid-looking blood goes spewing out. He stumbles back, clutches at his jaw, then crumples dead on the side of the bridge, and then slowly slides off and splashes into the Key River down below.
That was an unpleasant business.
That's not going to taste good down the line.
That unfortunate creature was probably not in full.
Should we fetch that body?
Do you think we should get that body to check him out?
How far down is the water?
It's big enough for a barge to go underneath, so 20 feet, 25 feet.
Hemlock will run down and try to...
You're not gonna jump with your new cloak?
I'll run down.
I'll jump down.
All
I'll
right,
jump
you-
off the bridge.
Jumping off, you dive down in. Your cloak can take 10 feet off of it, and it makes it very minor for you. You splash down in, and Baywatch over to the corpse. You are able to grab on, cut yourself a little bit on the barbs, and then bring him over to the side, and you are able to drag the body out. The body feels quite limp, and it seems as though the barbed coils that are all around it are bigger and wider and kind of sliding off the body now.
Okay.
And I imagine we're all headed down that way as well. And kind of seeing that, we should cut the barbs from his body and bury him.
Hemlock will also do a quick search to see if we can find anything of note on him.
Yeah, I'm looking for identifying markers and things on the body. Has there been any other way this person has been, I don't know, branded or
marked
in some way?
You see no items, but Galen does see such a brand, and it is on the top of the back. And it is a crude-looking H, but the tops of the sides of the H, like the eyes of the H on the left and right side, the tops have little barbed marks themselves.
Barbed serifs. I would like to just be looking around to see if there's anyone else who's watching all this, or maybe another bad guy like we had last time, keeping an eye on what all's going on.
You see nothing.
Alrighty, that's my favorite.
Does this mark have any? Does anybody recognize this?
I have never seen it.
No one's seen it.
Yeah.
Do you have gentle
looks like an H.
riposte, Aguirre?
Hmm?
Do you have gentle riposte in your repertoire?
Not for this soul.
Very well. Let us cut these barbs from his body and bury him. I think he was an unwilling servant of this creature.
What kind? Is this just pretty common metal, or is there anything of note, in the actual barbs themselves?
Make a crafting roll. That's possibly intriguing.
I hadn't thought of the evidence.
8.
No.
Seems quite edible.
Yeah.
Punchy!
To dash.
And the bleed is stopped, by the way, Galen.
Thank you.
It's been a while. Roll 12d4.
Was he, from what everything we could tell, was he a human?
Yes,
Not a demon.
correct. Looks very, very human male.
Dash can do the same trick that he did before with Denner's characters and smooth out ground and pull up a cairn over the top of the body, just moving the rocks.
Nice. Get used to doing that often. I guess.
Yes. It's a long trained skill.
Do you have a mass grave version of that?
Area of effect grave. All right, you guys carry on, and
Yeah, give him rites of, a little blessing via Carahel.
okay.
Somewhat
It catches
grudgingly against the priest's wishes, apparently.
No, I'm fine with burying him. Let's leave it at that.
All right, you guys travel with that strange situation in your head for a couple more hours. You can see off in the distance the town of Tavernry, the buildings creeping up, the big fort up on top of the perch on the river's edge, and then to the right side, just a little bit of an outline of the new wall. But as you are heading down the road to there is a group of people heading out in the opposite side for.
We're never gonna get there. We're gonna be waylaid every time.
We don't have to kill everyone.
I disagree,
I
sir.
say that loud enough while the group is walking by.
You see a group of people, a dozen people heading your way.
2-1. I like those odds.
They are wearing traveling cloaks, have rucksacks over their back, and about half of them have strange magic light coming from parts of their faces.
This is a odd crew headed our way.
Do I recognize at all what this group might be?
Yes, in particular, you believe these are of the android race, people that have been augmented by an aggressor from 5 years ago, long in a different kingdom.
Guys, I have heard stories and songs about these folk.
Never heard of that guy.
I didn't name a guy.
I know. Don't worry about it. What?
They move off to the side as you approach, and you see
What are these
three of them
creatures about?
are getting some sort of weapons out underneath their cloaks.
How close are we?
Maybe 100 feet. You see they have small hand crossbows out and
Is
have
there-
them cocked.
Brush on either side of the.
Yes.
Are they looking like
Let's just
sketchy at us?
They are looking at you, and they have their hand crossbows now at their sides, clearly showing you that they have them.
let's take a left-hand turn here and head towards
Let's
one of
go
the other
around.
gates. Yeah.
Just like we mean no harm.
They watch you as you take a long way off the road and hit the field. They just watch you, and once you get some distance away, they then continue on their way east.
I really want to talk to them.
Well, do we want to chase them down?
I just know if they had songs or stories.
That was
But
weird.
they look nervous. I don't want to make them nervous.
They did.
I make people nervous often.
It happens.
Yeah.
Heading on. Every half distance, there will be more people.
There are 24 people have come out from the city to
The infinite arrow.
Yes, it totally is.
From 1 to 12.
As you guys are making way towards the city, you are passing not too far away from the new wallish area and heading through the tents. I don't know where your destination is, but as you head there, you do see something of interest, and that is at the new wall, there is the construction site camp, and there are probably 200, also known as 40 people, men, workers gathered around, arguing and yelling, and you can see they are pissed off at what's going on in the construction area.
again. It's never ending with this construction.
Meryl, where did these stones go once we brought them back?
Stone, singular.
Stone. Singular.
He says, we take the 6 stones to Tainor, and he knows the exact distance and where they need to be.
This is Tainor's space.
We probably need to try to diffuse this situation. we've had good success with this before, I believe.
Yeah, I would
our
like to
bard
mosey
is-
and listen to see if I can get a
All
taste
right,
of
you
what
hear
the
things like your
commotion
taste is, well, I have a family to feed. And another says, this is ridiculous. Another says, he's trying to lie to us. He's keeping money for himself. And a rock is thrown in Tynor's general direction. And it's him versus 40 people. And him going, wait, no. It's just a delay. We just be patient. How long do we have to wait till we can work again? Just be patient. The mayor will let me know as soon as the delay is postponed. Well, why is the delay? It's outside of my control. He hasn't quite let me know yet. But we have to be patient.
Probably the delay is probably these stones.
Meryl, I think this is you that's got to deal with this group right here. This is all you.
Mayor looks and said, no.
What's causing the delay, Mr. Merrill?
He said, I'm not dealing with a crowd like this.
So what's the delay, though? Do you know what the delay is?
It's the stones.
Well, we got the stones. Go tell them.
You tell him.
Oh, okay. I'll go tell them. I'll go walk up.
You walk up. Tynor sees you through the crowd and says, there.
And Yannick is heading towards, like is flanking our bard, I guess.
shadow
at that.
over the top.
Yeah.
He says,
I
there's
see
a
a note.
representative from the mayor there with news. And he waves you frantically towards him. Let him through. And everyone's watching and glaring at the gnome bard.
As Jericho's walking through, I'm just going to shout out, "Make way for the champion of Tabernary, the blue-collar hero! Jericho, make way! He returns!" I will be casting Read the Air again, that same one, because I love the +1 to my diplomacy check.
Are you ready for this?
All right, you go walking up, and well, he doesn't look like he's official. What's that? And there's a push made to you, and Tynor says, no, let him through. He's very important.
And I mean, whatever kind of intimidation I can add to that, kind of flanking Jericho to, give any sort of officiality to his presence. I
Okay.
don't know if Yannick can do that, but
All right. Make a society or intimidation roll.
Oh, sure.
for me,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, him. Sorry.
That is going to be a total of 22 society.
Okay.
That was mine.
Nice.
All right, Jericho, you are now up front, and Tynor leans over as people are, what the hell? These guy doesn't have anything to say. And Tynor leans over to you and says, I hope you brought good news.
We got all your stones.
We have wonderful news.
This group right here, led by Tynor, Merrill, and the mayor, we have retrieved all that is necessary to continue your work and for all of you to get paid for your work. The work is soon to continue, ladies
Stay
and
on the
gentlemen.
and say they're not getting paid.
Oh, they totally are. Yeah.
They are now.
We have faced danger. Owl bears have been slain. One demon was seen far, far away, but it is dead as well.
Tynor grabs you and says, yes, he's brought the paperwork that the mayor has
Oh,
approved.
through blood and carnage we have walked. But we have done it for you, the common man and woman of this glorious city, that
I'm
your
not a
work may
woman.
continue.
What do you mean, old
Because
man?
we fight for the common man and woman here.
Meryl suddenly gets a bright idea and comes over, I think, to you and says, the city money, Denner didn't need to get paid. It wasn't a payment thing. Let's do some payment.
Absolutely. And we will pay the people.
And he says, we have wages for the delay.
And I'll give Tynor whatever is appropriate for him to be able to parcel out.
All right. And
Wages.
Tynor says, yes, here, come.
Figures.
And
he has the infrastructure to be able to do so, I presume.
he starts handing out coins. People are excited, and then you hear some cheers. Yes! And Tynor says, yes, we can get back to work. It has been approved. Everything is moving ahead as of today.
All hail Jericho!
Jericho! And you hear claps and cheers from the people, and
Everyone's-
Jericho is accosted and pulled out from your ranks and put on shoulders and marched around the work encampment.
Are people holding him up with the
Yes.
shoulders so their arms are in the air?
Yes.
I'm going to pickpocket. Well, they're not paying attention.
Make a thievery +2, please.
That is a 20.
20. You
I've absconded with wages.
Yeah.
You just follow behind each person as they get the money.
Yeah, yay!
I'll be able
I
to
think-
feed my invalid son.
You actually are able to steal 2d10 gold worth of back pay from them.
My God.
You can roll and see how much you've acquired.
Any checks to see if we notice this happen?
You gonna
No,
become a
too
landlord
crowded,
too?
too crowded.
Slumlord.
That's max, and that's 20. I just assumed.
You frothed like 10 guys blind of the wages they've just
Ladies and
earned.
gentlemen, Dash.
Jericho! I wasn't here.
Would you also like to hold him aloft?
I like to feel that at some point that Dash just kind of sees it because he knows to look for it. Just kind of goes, all right.
No, you find you're missing 2 gold for.
I don't even know if I have that much now.
They're cheering, Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. And Tyner says, this is wonderful. The mayor, as always, has your backs, and we will build this wall and make them pay for it. I don't know how that works out.
Sounds weirdly familiar.
And they're cheering, and they're cheering, and they're cheering for also.
We just got 20 new subs and lost 27.
They're also cheering for Yannick since you were there as an escort, and patting you on the back as well. And excited. And then they continue to cheer. Some start cheering a little too much and walking away with your bard towards a little tavern tent in the tent area. The other 20 start getting back to work and start moving stones and start getting back to work, and they are happy.
I will consume beverages.
All right.
I'm sticking with Yannick until the stones are distributed.
Yeah. We need to speak with the mayor, I believe.
Tyner says, you came in time. It's been getting worse and worse since you've been gone. We maxed out as far as we could go.
I'm glad we're back. We have what the mayor wanted.
Well, bring them in. Let's get them going.
All right.
I got stabbed by a scorpion tail.
He did. It was
Getting drunk right now.
I got
No,
stabbed.
and I
by
pulled
a
my pants
scorpion
down and
tail.
show on my hip right where I got the
Right
wound.
here.
It's right there.
Right on my little touche
This-
touche.
You are brought in, Yannick, into the foreman tent.
okay. And myself, I guess. Galen is with us.
And Meryl takes what few coins are left from the coffer that they had brought and starts to settle some final affairs with dinner for him and for a little bit extra money for the families of those who were lost.
And we give up 6 of the 7 stone.
Tyler says, "This is absolutely wonderful. I'm absolutely in your debt. We here at the wall, the people who have built this, are in your debt. I had some faith, but I wasn't holding my breath, with no disrespect intended."
We understand. I would not have, in your situation, held my breath either, but I am glad that we were able to bring these stones back and get Tabernary and make Tabernary great again.
Right. Wonderful. But we will get back. We'll get back to work immediately. This one will start the new construction. This will last us for several months now. This is. Wait. What was that? There's another one in there.
That is correct. And that has been something that,
More than anticipated. You continue to surprise.
indeed, the 7th one is going to be housed in the Temple of Carahel in the city center.
It is.
Indeed.
Why would that be?
Because that was the agreement that we came upon with the mayor.
Oh, very well.
Speaking of the mayor, Tyner, we have some business with the mayor. Would you mind making a memo signed saying that we returned the stones to you and that the construction of the wall is underway again?
That is the least that I can do, and he gets right on that. And Meryl says, in the big, huge finale of you earning respect, allow me. And he fills out the piece of paper. And he hands it over to you, signed, sealed,
Got
and
a
delivered.
ridiculous sized stamp.
And says, you did amazing, and I appreciate everything that you did. The city appreciates everything, and if you ever need assistance again, Tynor's your man.
Thank
Please
you,
don't call
Meryl.
me.
I think
I'm very busy.
I'm glad that we were able to be of service to the city of Tabin Rain. I am glad that we can now break ground on the Temple of Karahel, as we agreed upon.
Would you then be able to break ground with me? And he extends a hand.
And Yannick will give him a hearty
Oh.
handshake and bring him in for a little bit of a hug there at the end.
All right. He is... it's kind of like he's a little, like, bromance a little bit with you, a little bit, and impressed. And feels like he's one of the adventuring party a little bit. All right.
Yeah. I mean, Yannick's can do nothing to dissuade any of those feelings.
All right.
Galen goes for an awkward high five. No? All right.
Still no?
I tried.
We're getting there. We'll get there. You and I, we'll get there.
You're going to love me, Meryl. You're going to love me.
We're going to build bridges over walls, my friend.
And let's go ahead and take our break there, and we will be back in just a little bit.
Woo!
All right, we are back. Thanks very much for joining us. Before we go on, if you'd like to help support the show, please consider dropping by patreon.com/ingloriousbards. A few dollars there really helps us out, keeps the servers going, the lights on, and get you access to some cool after show stuff as well. What do the players think about what happened each adventure? We talk about that, plus character level ups, plus some one-shots. Pretty good stuff. And also, before we get going, I have a question, a little roundtable here for our players, starting with, let's say, Dash. Dash,
Yes. Yes.
what would you die for?
That's an ominous question to start off with. Where's the scene going?
He's taking notes.
Okay, wow. So there's a couple of things that Dash would die for. I think we already established that the most important people to him are everyone back in Thave, right? His whole Warren down there, and his sister and his mother. I think what I would actually die for, though, if I were not with the family in Thave, would be to keep those who are vulnerable alive, to keep the vulnerable safe, and to make sure that I'm taking care of anyone that is not given the opportunity that they should have to survive.
Great.
That's something I would die for.
Wonderful. And what about Adept Agiri, our human cleric? What would you die for?
Agiri would die for the unattainable knowledge, the dark, the forbidden knowledge that he would strive and die for.
All right. And
Galen's like, me too?
But I said it first.
I just changed my answer.
let's go with Galen. Galen is our thaumaturge, human like sword fighter, supernatural guy. What would you die for?
The obvious answer is Amaryl, his wife, and the life that they've built. But even before he met Amaryl, he put his life on the line to protect those who were being abused by those in power. And I think he feels a strong calling to step in whenever he sees people under the yoke of, an abusive power and help free them.
Right. And Yannick is a human champion. What would you die for?
Make a point.
I die for punctuation.
Stone, any stone.
Yeah. This is the hill.
Clearly, as a champion of Carahel, I will die to uphold the tenets of Carahel and the tenets of my faith and the tenets of the path that I have chosen.
Great. And our gnome bard, Jericho. What about you?
Jericho is both by age and by temperament the youngest of this adventuring party, and has by far the least life experience of everyone. That's just not an issue that has ever really passed through his mind in the way I think it has some people who have had some tougher life experiences and had to face that. I think that's a question that he has never wrestled with in his life.
All right.
Good answer.
TBD. That's the answer?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's actually a good answer.
I like it.
All right. And then we have Hemlock, a fetchling gunslinger. What would you die for?
I would die for my loved ones, my sister, my mother, my crew here, the extended family of my crew here, Amaryl, and to an extent, my old crew that I pirated with.
All right. Great answers all.
You got it.
One of you shall now get your wish.
Derek, choose.
I've got a D6 right here. Let's go.
All right. You head back into the city of Tamanri. You approach the front gate. There, an old guard by the name of... No one remembers.
Steve.
Not Steve. Cheem
Yeah, Cheem. Of course, good old Cheem.
I know Cheem.
is there, and he holds out a hand and says, "Oh, halt! Oh,
Hi, Cheem.
Galen.
There's an eye.
I walk up and fist bump Cheem.
He takes it awkwardly.
Cool.
And
Cheem,
says,
how are things?
"You're heading in."
Yeah, just returning.
He says, "All right, the captain a couple days ago said to make sure you don't get in."
That I'm not allowed to enter the city.
And he said,
On what grounds?
"I don't know, harass you as much as possible," is what he said.
Oh, I am in favor of that.
Yeah, we know Captain Vader can be a bit of a dick.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he sits back down on his stool. "All right, keep it coming." Waves in the next one.
Real quick, Cheem, just a question. On our way in, we encountered some looked like androids on the way out, but they were a little skittish. Any idea what's going on there?
No, we don't. The most of them aren't passing by my gate. They're staying out here, so I don't know.
Okay. All right, take it easy, man.
Yeah.
Dash is not with the group.
Okay.
So when everyone was having the conversations and getting with Meryl, Dash was off and away finding the other Yosoki that were in the tents.
All right.
Dash! Where are you, Dash?
He's your therapy Yosoki.
It's got an orange vest. Do not pet.
Will bite.
You break off from the group and pass by at least 5 different workers trying to find their wages they think they lost on the ground when they were jumping around. And you find several of your Yosoki. They are doing some tanning, oddly enough, in a smelly part of the tents area. And there's about half a dozen of them there. And as you approach...
When you say tanning, are they like they
tanning?
themselves trying to get tan, or
No,
are they tanning leather?
Stinky leather
Okay.
tanning. And as you approach and go into their tent, one of the older Yosoki turns and says, "Oh, it's Dash!"
Hello, Denner. What?
Denner.
Well, yes, you're the leader of the den. You're the Denner. You're the
Oh, Denner was the
Den
mine
Charge.
guy.
Well, yeah,
I'm
that's
confused.
to happen to be a weird circumstance. I met another Denner.
Nems is his name.
Nems, good to see
Denner
you.
Nims.
I just came back from a long and prosperous adventure, and I was able to get this for you. And I give Nems half of the gold that I just received from the wages, so that would be 10 gold pieces.
That you received from the wages.
I did. They were generous with their hands in the air.
Okay. But thank you, Dash.
You're welcome.
You are amazing.
Well, I'm not. I just make sure that I take care of those who need it. How are things?
And he slaps the hand of a younger worker. No, that's not yours. But why?
Well, what?
We know you, but we don't know you. Why do you help out? So, no one does this.
That's why I do it. No one else does this. I know what it's like to need. I know what it's like to need help. And I can give that help. And so I can't stay here and help you tan. I can't stay here and help raise your pups and make sure that everyone's healthy, but I can do this. So when I can, I do this.
I don't know what to say.
You don't. And you don't have to. I'll see you next time.
He seems befuddled and then grabs a hold of you and turns you around and puts his forehead gently to yours. And then lets you go.
Ears down. I hold it. Tap the paws arms and move on.
All right. Where's the group headed, everybody?
Well, I would like to make a slight detour. Yannick, you heard what Cheem said, yeah?
I did.
Mind accompanying me as we swing by my home? Just want to make sure everything's all right.
Absolutely. I would be glad to come.
Kiri is heading to Prestorian.
I am going to accompany these two,
Thank you.
the Galen and
Yannick.
Yannick.
To the Geist home.
Yep.
All right. And Agiri, you're headed towards the temple.
Correct.
All right.
I will join you at the temple as soon as I can.
Very well.
You are at the Geist home. And it is late afternoon, and you can find there's nothing out of the ordinary there, and you can even hear your wife Emerald downstairs in the grocery store.
Walk in the front door, ringing the bell, and just run in and pick her up and swing her around.
She turns with a startle at the last second.
And a knife.
And the captain is in the bed.
I'll say,
Oh, that's low.
She smiles, is startled. You sweep her up. You give her a big kiss. And she says, "You're back. You're back."
yeah. It was an incredible adventure, and it was amazing. I'll tell you all about it. We have to. Not quite done yet. Got to go visit the mayor. I know it's crazy. There's been a whole mess at the wall today and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'll tell you all about it. I just wanted you to know I was here. I wanted to ask, has anything happened while I've been gone?
No. Everything's been fine. Business has been good.
Have you seen any of the city card?
No.
Nobody's
I haven't
come to talk to you.
No, actually, I haven't seen any in any way whatsoever.
Is that unusual?
Normally, they patrol around here.
Okay. Just keep your guard up. Just be on the lookout. But
Are you trying to make a joke?
Captain Vayner wasn't really thrilled with me as we left. I think he's liable to fly off the handle, but I just want you to have your eyes open, you know.
I will. And she scoots past you and goes over to Hemlock and gives you a hug.
Oh, a hugger back.
Thank you.
You count one less second and then hug.
And she says, so I'll expect some folks for dinner then tonight?
What do you say, guys?
Yeah.
I would be honored.
All right.
We'll be back to help you shortly.
And you guys are going where? I know where the champion's going.
Well, actually, I mean, are we heading towards the mayor first? But
We should go as a group.
yeah,
It's a group effort.
yeah. Perhaps we reconvene soon.
Who knows where Dash went? And last I saw, Jericho was getting drunk in a tavern. I'm not sure we want to present Jericho to the mayor right now.
Probably not. And in hearing what Emerald just said, is there any way we could hire a loyal hand to be around for her if we're not going to be in town? Do you know anybody you could trust to keep an eye out?
I do.
That might not be a bad idea, that we put some arrangements out to keep your business safe if you got Captain Vayner deciding to avoid patrolling this area. That seems something that could lead to trouble.
Like the way you think. Who do you have in mind?
Sister.
Ooh. Yeah.
She's got connections. She can definitely handle herself.
And she's got eyes all over the city, I imagine.
Yeah.
Let's talk to her.
Why don't you two head off and have a chat with her, and I'll meet Agiri at the temple.
We'll gather up the other two, and we'll meet you at the temple.
That sounds like a good plan.
All right. Adept.
Oh.
Agiri. You were at the first temple of Karahel in Tabernary, which is the kind of small house that's been converted into a temple. You go inside, you take the left holy cistern, cleanse your hands, give a prayer, and are greeted by an old priest, Orion, who is there.
Hello, priest, brother.
Good day.
I have a special request.
What is that? Come in. Come sit. We have a guest.
Peering over to the guest.
He takes you into just a small little kitchen he's got a basic table in, and there you see a familiar face. Wearing the symbol of Solene is Priest Helic,
Ah,
who you
Pleasure.
met out on the wall some days ago.
pleasure to see you again, Alec. Welcome to the temple.
He says, "Oh, thank you. I was kind enough to be given a refuge here under your goddess's warm embrace."
It is good to have you. Orion, if you don't mind a moment, I have...
The Halleck waves on, of course. And Orion takes you to a more private area downstairs where there are some books kept on some desks. And he closes the little trapdoor as you head downstairs. What is it?
It's become painfully obvious to me in my recent and only travels outside of the temple that demons seem to be more prevalent than ever. And I have interest in seeking knowledge about them. It is not a common thing to ask for, and certainly dangerous. But given these instances where there has been a more direct confrontation, I need more information on the enemies we're dealing with.
Well, we don't have many manuscripts here, and I can see what I can come up with. Give me some time. There's some special ones, even lower, but even those deal with nothing regarding demonology. But let me see what I can come up with.
And then to that end as well, since Priest Halleck is upstairs, he was a messenger for a time. Maybe he could go to the main crypts and retrieve, or the main archives, and retrieve its special request from the temple near Edlin.
In Edlin Home? That could be not a bad idea. He came from there. He was doing research of his own, he said. He knows the way.
But that is what I can request, and whatever you can provide, and of course a hefty donation to the temple.
He smiles a little and takes you back upstairs. Yannick, you were heading to the temple? As you approach the temple, nearing the doorway in a kind of a long street, you have a strange feeling of being watched.
Okay. Can I tell where that is coming from in any way, shape, or form?
Over your right shoulder.
Apparently. Uncomfortably close.
You cannot. And you look around, but you see nothing.
Okay. Continue on, I suppose. And
All right.
just be, trying to be more vigilant of who might be watching me while not, flipping around and 360ing, 180ing, and
All right. You enter the temple, you cleanse your hands on the left cistern and give the right passage. And anything you're looking to do in particular here?
Meeting with, what's his face? Shit, get the priest's name. What's our priest's name?
Orion.
Orion. Meet with Priest Orion.
All right. You see him coming up, awkwardly smiling, patting Aguirre on the back as they come out from an area, and he sees you and says, "Oh, there's another."
Greetings, priest.
He nods.
Have you been appraised of the news yet?
We're gonna have a No, wrong one.
I have not told him yet. I thought it appropriate you be present.
Excellent. We have secured a space for a more robust Temple of Carahel here in the city of Tabigre. The former home of the Renarian Brotherhood is to be converted to a Temple of Carahel.
And what would happen here?
That is...
It's run down. It's just trashed walls. Homeless live there.
The homeless have been cleared out.
That sounds wonderful.
As Carahel intended.
Through the charity of Carahel, there are no more
There's
homeless
spikes
there.
on the ground so they can't.
I don't want to hurt you.
This was by order of the temple in Edlinholm. Have asked us to secure this space. So there will be the second Temple of Carahel here. in Tabernary.
2.0.
Well, that'll be the first. You'll be the second.
I mean, it's more not Maine and not Maine, but first in time. And
You'll always be considered first in our hearts.
I don't know.
go ahead and lock up.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, that Jack Nicholson throws crap out into the dumpster from that one movie. He says, I don't know what to say about this. Is this a good thing?
This is a good thing. The Carahel's name and place here in Tabernary will take more of a center stage and will be more prominent here. Hopefully, Carahel's knowledge and healing can bring prosperity to this city and peace amongst its people.
And what would my role be?
That is not for me to say.
I must write Edlin home immediately.
Yes, let them know that we must convey that we are prepared to move forward.
He goes past Priest Hellick, who's listening from the doorway of the kitchen. And Priest Hellick says, about that. There may have been some negotiation while you were away.
And it's a very just flat look that just a look of just waiting. Like literally a devoid of emotion look that he's receiving from Yannick right now.
I couldn't help but be given that message by your superiors in Edlin home, and they mentioned acquiring the property. That seemed like something quite under the direction of my superiors in our new effort to outreach more to Navarre. And I have secured that property from the mayor not 2 days ago.
But we will go get the stones back then, and we will be about our way, I suppose.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad there's no offense taken. It certainly wasn't.
We did have a arrangement already, though, so we will just be discussing that with the mayor.
And I will continue to enjoy the comforts of Carahel here while you do so.
Don't you have your own temple that you can go to?
Oh. I see. Well, very well.
I mean, you're welcome to stay here under the hospitality of Carahel as long as you should choose. We will be happy to house a priest of Soli.
Well, I absolutely appreciate that.
Yes.
I've planned for...
Have a lovely time.
He turns to Agiri. I had planned for maybe reaching out to the Stonewall workers within the week and then hire them off the wall and get going on construction immediately with the new temple to Solene and Cobblefield Plaza. And that would take, obviously, some months and quite a bit of effort, so I wouldn't have a roof over my head for some time.
We'd want to keep you within our sights as much as possible.
Oh, good.
But as to the ownership of the property, I couldn't speak for it, but we do need to discuss with the mayor to resolve this situation as
He's
soon
just
as
sharpening
possible.
his knife.
Are you wounded? by chance?
May we offer a proper healing?
And again, nothing personal on this. It's I think if you put,
It kind of feels personal, if I'm being honest.
but truly, faith transcends personal feelings. And if you think about it, the reach of Solene and her protection and
We'll be grateful for your assistance.
and
Yeah.
watching over this city, we are in agreement.
Absolutely, we are.
Good.
I'm
Good.
This has been such a pleasant meeting.
Do you want to make a deception roll? Or an intimidation roll?
I mean, intimidation is actually kind of what I was going for.
Go ahead and make a little
So
roll, just for funsies.
I rolled a 7. I'm going to use one of my 2 hero points.
Okay.
Oh, burning a hero for funsies.
Sounds a little more
It's still only
personal
going to be a
than
12, so
All right.
I don't think he's particularly intimidated.
No.
And I think we were going to probably try to gather the group up to head over to the mayor, I believe was the plan. That was a decidedly unpleasant meeting with that priest.
He's right there.
I know.
Should I leave then?
No, stay
I want you to listen.
with eye contact.
Where are the others?
Speaking of the others, your sister, a bar back type food server at Peg's Tavern, she says, so how often do you need me to keep an eye out on things? I'm fine helping out.
Well, I know you can handle yourself, and there's our mutual friend Galen here ran afoul of the guards, and it seems like maybe they are not paying that particular part of town much attention.
It's a little bit out of the way, but I can swing by before and after my shift each day.
That would be great.
I
You
can
know,
do that.
Corsal, just check in with her, and we're here now. I'm not sure if something's going to take us away or not, but just do me that favor, please.
Can I talk to you for a second?
What's up? You can
Away
trust
from her, please.
Yeah, no. I just lean in. Is Ash happy here? You think she likes working at the tavern?
Corsal? That's her name.
Oh, I thought it was Ash. My bad.
No.
Where's all?
She's pretty happy. Why?
Just wondering if maybe she might want to
Ask
to work
her.
at the grocery store. Yeah.
Ask her. You better. This maybe I'm encroaching
I don't
on
wanna
something
touch on
here,
anything.
but like maybe talk with
Alright.
your wife before hiring a new employee.
I'm not making decisions. I'm just feeling the
It's something
waters.
we can
testing
talk
the
about,
waters.
but I think
I
you
wear
need
the
to
pants
figure
in
that
this family.
situation out before.
Hey, honey, I hired this hot chick to come work with you.
And you're going to work with her.
Hemlock gunslinger / mediator.
No, it's just
It's a great idea.
My friend's sister is going to come work
course.
at our house.
Are you- If you had an
You're not
opportunity
leading.
for, a change of employment here, maybe working at a nice little grocery and full-time employment, would that be of interest to you?
No. It's harder to get good tips.
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
She says, winking at you. And it's a lot harder to get laid in a grocery store. And she goes, she goes taking care of another table.
Especially in
Well, that was
my
quick.
grocery store.
All right, the 6 of you are all together in some fashion.
How drunk
Hey,
is
sir.
Jericho?
Jericho's learned as a bard and an entertainer that when you entertain people, you look like you're drinking a lot and you let them buy you a lot of drinks, but you don't drink a lot because you still got to entertain the people.
So it's
Great
the
answer.
chaser with.
So he's a little
with-
tipsy,
little bit,
but
yeah.
otherwise
Yeah.
fine. This is what it sounds like.
Hey, you guys, one of the guys there said
Feeling
he's going to
loose.
try to get them as they build the new big gate to get in, try to get them to name it the Jericho Gate.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know if it's going
The
to fly.
walls of Jericho.
I don't-
Actually,
I don't know if it's-
name.
I don't know if it's going to fly, but
Gates of
Jericho
Jericho.
Gate sounds super cool.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I would vote for it.
They'd probably spell your name right too.
So apparently, this priestess Solene has somehow negotiated to take over the spot that was supposed to go to the priest of Carahel. So we need to talk to the mayor.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I said.
We
That priest Helic. Apparently, the Renarian Brotherhood spot, the Cobblefield Plaza. Apparently, he's tried to negotiate something with the mayor over turning that into a temple of Solene.
Well, it's a shame he's too late. We already did that.
That's kind of what I told him.
Can you guys like
Yeah.
double dip like share?
Carahel does not share. And
Oh.
Aguirre goes back to Darren.
I mean, Aguirre's viewpoints are very
Specific.
binary with Carahel's intent. I am not one to speak to that, but I think we must discuss this with the mayor to begin and then send word to Edlin home.
Well, that sounds complicated.
Unfortunately, I would agree.
Do we need to speak to the mayor today? Today is a pretty good time as we're all celebrated as heroes with the Jericho gates and
I think as soon as possible would be ideal.
Let's go.
Excellent.
All right.
All right, you guys head out to the fort where the mayor's office and residence is, and we will stop there for tonight.
Bitch.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad to be back in the city and see what happens next. And thank you again so much for joining us. And don't forget to join us on our Discord server as well. Check that out at gloriousbards.com. Say hi, tell us what you think of the adventures. We'd love to hear from you. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.
Goodbye.